guys, what's up? It's Hope, and today is Tuesday, January 10th, 2017, and I'm here to bring you another quick update. As you can see behind me, it is officially packing time, and so that's kind of what's kept me busy the last couple of weeks, is just trying to get our house packed up. We have passed kind of the 10-day grace period of the person who's buying our house, so it's officially a go. We passed inspections and everything is ready to go, so we are so excited about that. I think, like, obviously it's pretty bittersweet. Like, we built this house and we expected to be here for a long time, and so it's definitely bittersweet, of course, but there's just so much excitement that comes with making the decision of selling this house and hopefully being able to start fertility treatment pretty soon after. So I'm super excited about that. And so I think that kind of knocks off a lot of the bitter part of it. And plus, I'm just trying to keep myself really super busy, just packing everything. I've gotten pretty much the entire kitchen is done except for like the essentials that we need to cook with. And then next I'm going to start upstairs on the boys' rooms. And then I got a bunch of stuff out of the house whenever we were getting ready to list it. So there's not really a whole lot left. It's just like getting in here and getting it done. So I've been working on it like every day after work and then on the weekends too. It's just been really crazy. And so we've been looking at other houses, trying to find a new place to go. And we put an offer on a house. A lot of you have asked us like what our plan is. And so our plan is to actually buy another house, probably a smaller one. And so we're just trying to kind of find what works best for us and our family. And so and not go overboard, obviously. We're hoping to just downsize a little bit. And so we put an offer on a house that's in a small little town close to where we live now, and that offer fell through. And so not on our part, but on the seller's part, they just weren't willing to negotiate on the price. And we knew it wouldn't appraise for the price they were listing for. There was a relocation company involved, and so they weren't willing to negotiate, and so we kind of just figured that it just wasn't meant to be. And the day that house fell through, literally that night, another house hit the market in a neighborhood close to ours. It's not in the school district that we wanted to be in, but it's still in an awesome neighborhood. And the minute it came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, Andy, look at this house. And so we looked at the pictures online and we were kind of skeptical. Like, the pictures were really dark, and we weren't really sure if the square footage would work for us. And they were marketing it as like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and we really wanted a 4-bedroom. Most importantly, to have the 4th bedroom for like guests, or if my little brother ever comes to live with me, I want to make sure to have a place for him. And so that was really important for us to have that 4th bedroom. And so we decided to go the very next day because we knew in that neighborhood it would sell really fast. And so we looked at it the very next day, and I left work that morning to go look at the house, and I told the ladies at work, I was like, I have a really good feeling. Like, I have a really good feeling. And so sure enough, we went and looked at the house, and I kind of peeked in before Andy got there, and I just knew. And so we walked through the house. We had not had an experience like this looking at a house. Like, typically he liked it and I didn't like it, or I liked it and he didn't like it. And so it was just kind of us butting heads the entire time. But with this house, we just loved everything about it. And we loved the fact that, like, we could get in there and paint and just make it our own. And it was weird. It just kind of felt like home. And I've heard a lot of people describe like that feeling when you're house hunting, but for Andy and us, like, we built our first house, and so we didn't really have that experience of like going to look and find a house. And so it was cool to have this experience, even though it was super stressful and frustrating. People who have house shopped before, I'm sure y'all can relate. And so we just knew. And so this house, like I said, it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it had a bonus room upstairs that could easily have been the 4th bedroom. And so we were like, oh my gosh, like, this is amazing. And so it was listed at a great price. And it was just like one of those things where, like, divine intervention. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I mean, literally the day our house falls through that we fell in love with, this house comes on the market. And the emotions and the feelings we had walking through this house, like, the other house did not even compare. And so it just kind of made perfect sense. We were like so excited. And so we were walking around the backyard, and we kind of were like coming around. It has like a detached garage. And so we were kind of coming through the little breezeway, and I looked down the flower bed, and there is a like stone E, and my last name starts with an E. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign. I'm like so weird about stuff like that. And so I call Andy over there, and I'm like, you have to look at this. It's a sign. It's a sign. And it was just this beautiful stone E. And come to find out, the man who owns the house, his last name starts with an E too. But I just thought it was so crazy how I looked down, and there it was. And we were just like, yep, this is it. And so we put an offer, and we kind of went back and forth all weekend. And this morning we got the news that he accepted our offer, and I'm so excited. This is crazy. We love this house so much that I did not even notice there was wallpaper in the entryway. Like, what? But the flow and like the layout of the house and the floor plan, like everything just works perfectly for our family. That's Harley. Do you want to say hi? It just worked perfectly. And so we were like, oh my gosh. And so we kind of were on pins and needles like all weekend. And then, like I said, today he accepted our offer. So I'm super excited about that. So now we have a place to go. I was really starting to stress out about that because we're now like on a time crunch. Like, we have to be out of this house by Valentine's Day. And so, yeah, we have a lot to do. And so my fear was that we'd have to end up in a rental or in an apartment, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it would just been a lot of back and forth with the boys. And I was worried about having to put our stuff in storage and paying for that, and then trying to find a rental. So it just kind of worked out perfectly that we were able to find this house, and we love it. And it's in, like I said, in a great neighborhood. It has like amenities in the neighborhood. So there's a pool and basketball courts for the boys. And that was one of the things that really we fell in love with, is that it's on a really quiet street. And so the boys could ride their bikes, and I don't know. So I was really excited about that. So I wanted to make sure to share with you guys that I'm in the process of packing our house up, and we are on our way to our new house. So just fingers crossed that everything goes well with the inspection in a couple of days. And then we still have to go through all of our final financing, which is super stressful because when you're selling and buying at the same time, everything just kind of has to fall perfectly. And because we're going to be paying off a lot of debt with the sale of this house, it's just a lot of things just have to kind of fall perfectly in place. So that makes me nervous. But I mean, this house just, I feel like it's meant to be, and I'm just trying to have faith. And Andy and I are of the impression, and we believe this, that if it's meant to be, it's going to happen for this house. So we're just kind of putting it all in God's hands and just trying to stay positive and just stay busy packing, and hopefully we can have this whole house packed up and ready to go in no time. Fertility update. I'm going to be calling my fertility clinic tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and start processing and getting all the paperwork ready to start treatment. Now that we have a close date on this house, we know fairly quickly we will be hopefully starting treatment March or April. And so we're going to go back and kind of schedule an appointment to go in and meet with them and kind of figure out what the plan's going to be. And then, of course, I'm going to take you all on that ride. So I'm super excited about that. But I just wanted to make sure and jump in and update all of you on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Feeling great, feeling wonderful, just staying busy, and just trying to get this house packed up. So I will see you guys in my next video.